Hello friend, this is Rupesh and you're watching CP Peanuts video series on data structure, and this is going to be the introduction of your data structure. So, do you think you don't know data structure? First answer that question. Do you know data structure or you don't know data structure? Actually, you already know data structure. Don't think that these two things are the data structure. Generally, if you talk to the people and if you say data structure, the only things pops up in their mind is tree, graph, and stack, queue, all those stuff. No, actually, little smaller data structures are also available, like array and list and all these integer, float, boolean, character, pointer. Or let's suppose someone asks you what is data structure, then what you should answer? The answer is data structure is an art of storing the data. That's it. It's not more than that. I'm telling you. You have some data in your hand. It may be anything. Let's consider some number 1 or 2 and 3. This is your data. Now, depending on your requirement, what data structure you will choose to store this. I mean, this 1, 2 and 3, these numbers can be stored in, if you see, all the places. Okay, forget about the pointer for now because it stores the pointers, but that is also a number. Okay, so the main point is you store your data. This is your data. These are the structures. And yeah, by the way, there are two major types of your data structure. First is primitive, which is called built-in data structure, and another one is non-primitive data type. So primitive means like integer, float, boolean, character and all that, and non-primitive have further two types. So this is your first type and this is your second type. So first type is a linear type. Linear is like array, list, stack, queue, and linear here means it is sequential. So array, you would have seen it is like this. You will store elements in sequence, and in linked list also that looks something like this, right guys? Yes, so that also maintains a sequence. And stack, so that also maintains a sequence. Queue, that also maintain a sequence. Okay, this means there can be further. So there is sequence in all the sequence or linear data structure. So these are the linear data structure, and don't think that stack can be implemented with the array or linked list. Don't think about that right now. Actually, stack and queue can be implemented either of these, array or list, I mean linked list. So it depends on you. So let's not go much deeper in that. As this is an introduction video, I would stick to the introduction part only. So this was about linear data structure. Non-linear data structure, there are two types, tree and graph. So if you have not seen tree, I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, this is how your tree look like. So these small rounds are nothing but your data nodes. So as I said, you have 1 or 2 or 3 some data you can store into them. So this becomes tree, and graph is like this. This is very simple form of graph. And you know what is the difference between tree and graph? The difference is tree does not have cycle. What I mean is, if you go from 2 to, let's suppose 4, this is 4, you cannot go back to 2 in tree, but in graph you actually can. Okay, so there is no cycle in tree. This is your tree and this is your graph. I think I'm again going away from introduction. Actually, I cannot control my feelings. Okay, so you got the basic idea, right? What the data structure is and what are the different types of that. So primitive means it is very basic, like your data types you can consider as a data structure. Why they are data structure? Because there is a structure. Let's suppose this is kind of a structure where you store your data. That's why it is called data structure. So when you write integer like this, int x, you are saying that this x is of integer type, means as structure looks like integer. And if you say float, why? Then you're saying that its structure look like float. And let's suppose you have tree, graph, stack and queue. So let's suppose you write stack and s. Then you're saying that I have a stack whose structure is like a stack. So that's what I said. Data structure is an art of storing the data or structuring the data. But what for? Yeah, I just forgot this question. What for? Why you need these many data structure? So I'll take a simple example of linked list versus array. So let's discuss this. Wow, I'm making good points here. So to understand that, okay, wait a minute. Let me just rub this first. Okay, so this simple example is whether you should choose linked list or an array for your problem. So the problem is, let's suppose you have 1 to 100. I mean 1 to 100 means there are total 100 numbers and they are shuffled. Okay, so maybe it looks like this: 5, 10 until 100, and then it is maybe 1. So the total is 100 and there are 100 elements inside this from 1 to 100, but they are shuffled. And your requirement is you have this much number only, and whenever someone asks, I want fifth number, and this is the order, like this is 0th location, this is first location, and maybe at second location you have 4, and at third location you have 3. Okay, so if someone is asking 0th location means you will return 5. If someone is asking second location, then you will return 4. So what do you think, what data structure is good for this implementation? You have two options, linked list or array. Let me tell you that it would look something like this in array and linked list. Okay, so this is your array here, and this is kind of a linked list of similar order of these numbers. Okay, so this is your linked list or simple list, whatever you prefer to call this. Okay, then as you can see, you had some numbers, that was your data. Now I had given you only two options. Either you choose array or linked list to store the data, I mean to structure your data. And our requirement was you want to create a function, and that function is like get value, and here you will pass position. That's it, and it will give you the value at that position. So this is your 0th position, 1, 2, and you know this is your 0th position, first position, second position, and all that. So to simply see that, this is a requirement which says that I should use array instead of linked list, because you already know that in array you just have to pass, let's suppose this is the name of this array, ARR, and position. If you will pass like this, it will directly give you the position. Let's suppose position is 0, it will give you this. Let's suppose position is 100, it will give you the 100th value in just one attempt. So order of 1. So order of 1 is for array. Let's go for the linked list. If you give linked list and position, actually you cannot give something like this. So let me just rub this. What I mean to say is, let's suppose you're using linked list inside this function and you're passing that position, that you don't have any option rather than going one by one and hopping to each and every node. And when you reach to that particular node, take the value and return it. So the order of the complexity for linked list becomes order of n. I mean, how many elements are there? So which is best? This one is best. This is not good. So you will say that array is always good? No, it is good because our requirement was something like this. Don't tell that this data structure is good and that data structure is not good. I'm telling you, if some data structure is not good, then that data structure should not exist at all. All the data structures are good. It's just that you don't need that right now. So always keep this in your mind. So don't think that array will always win the race. No, array will not always win the race. There are so many places where linked list win the race. So let me tell you when this linked list will win the race. When there is an embedded system and you have limited amount of memory and your requirement is some data is always coming from some place. This is some mysterious place and some data is coming and you have limited amount of memory. I mean, I'm just drawing something. Let's suppose this is your memory and this is maybe 0 to let's suppose 1000 or 100k, or for that matter 10k, not 100k. And the problem is you don't know how much data will come at what time. So it may come, it may not come, it may sometime become only one node, or sometime it will be maybe 1000, 2000, 10,000 nodes. So that time you will use linked list. What I mean is sometime you will contain maybe one number, or sometime you may contain maybe 10,000 numbers. So it is not fixed, and you know that array is always fixed. Don't think about vector. Vector comes with its own drawbacks. If you want to know what are the drawbacks of vector, I have a video for that, but this is the best use of linked list. Okay, so there are pros and cons of everything, so don't go anywhere. This was just the introduction of your data structure, and don't forget this line: data structure is an art of storing the data or structuring the data. So I'm done here. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to this channel so that you can get the notification for upcoming videos like this. I will see you in the next videos, guys. Bye bye, take care.